You're listening to Swift News, your daily news briefing in just 10 minutes. This is episode 65, and it's July 2025. Let's get into today's stories. And welcome to our deep dive. We aim to cut through the noise, help you understand the real insights and connections behind today's biggest headlines. We're basically here to give you that shortcut to being truly well-informed.
That's right. We're not just listing headlines. We're trying to connect the dots for you, give you the context, maybe some surprising implications. The goal is really to move beyond just knowing what happened to understanding why it matters.
Okay, let's kick off with a big one on the global stage. U.S. President Trump announced new 25% tariffs on Japan and South Korea. They kick in August 1st. He's citing trade imbalances. What does this move really mean for global trade? Is it going to shake up the markets?
Well, the immediate impact, yeah, it's already being felt. Tariffs, they're meant to fix trade imbalances, right? But often what happens is you get retaliation. Other countries hit back with their own tariffs. So it becomes this tangled web of trade disputes pretty quickly.
Right, like a domino effect.
Yeah, exactly. And for investors, sectors like tech or manufacturing, they rely heavily on global supply chains. So tariffs mean higher costs, maybe disruptions. It makes you think critically about these protectionist moves.
And we're already seeing that market reaction, aren't we? India's Nifty 50 dipped 0.3%. IT stocks hit especially hard. U.S. markets dropped too. S&P down 0.8%. NASDAQ down as well. Are these directly linked? What should investors be thinking?
Oh, absolutely direct link. Trade policy news hits markets, bang, instantly, especially sensitive sectors like IT that are so global. Higher tariffs mean higher costs, lower profits possibly, and shaken investor confidence. It really shows how global politics directly hits your portfolio. It signals maybe a need to look at companies with perhaps more domestic focus or more diverse supply chains. Geopolitics has real economic teeth.
Okay, so speaking of geopolitics,
Okay.
let's shift to the BRICS summit in Rio.
Yeah.
PM Modi was pushing hard for global governance reforms, and India is set to lead BRICS in 2026. What's the significance of this push, especially now with these trade tensions?
It's really part of a bigger picture, this shift towards a more multipolar world. BRICS nations, India included, feel that the current global institutions, UN, World Bank, they don't fully reflect today's world power distribution.
They want a bigger seat at the table.
Pretty much. They want more, say, more equity. So India leading BRICS could mean pushing for fairer trade rules, a more balanced global power structure. It's kind of the opposite of the protectionist moves we just talked about. It suggests different ideas about how the world should work together, new frameworks, new challenges.
Fascinating contrast. Okay, let's move from global structures to more specific developments. Gaza ceasefire talks. Looks like Israel and Hamas extended the truce negotiations in Qatar, and aid is reaching about 300,000 residents. What's the immediate impact, and what are the challenges still ahead?
Well, the immediate impact is humanitarian relief, which is crucial. Getting aid in, even temporarily, is a lifeline. But these negotiations are incredibly fragile. Extending the truce buys time, but the core issues are complex and deeply rooted. Stability is still a long way off, sadly.
A fragile step forward, then. Okay, domestically in India, there's debate over Bihar's voter roll revisions. The Supreme Court is hearing challenges on July 10th. What's the core issue?
It boils down to democratic integrity, really. Accurate voter rolls are fundamental. Any revisions can spark debate about, fairness, disenfranchisement, political motives. The Supreme Court's decision will be significant for how electoral processes are managed and perceived. It's about trust in the system.
Got it. Now, a concerning report out of Kenya. Police apparently fired on protesters in Nairobi during pro-democracy rallies. 11 deaths reported, raising human rights concerns. What does this tell us?
It's deeply concerning. Pro-democracy protests happen, but the state's response is critical. Lethal force raises serious questions about human rights and governmental accountability. It highlights the global importance of protecting the right to peaceful assembly, even during unrest. It's a worrying sign about the political climate there.
Definitely worrying. Okay, let's shift gears a bit to business and economy, beyond the immediate market reactions to tariffs. There's some positive news from India. GST collections rose to 1.8 lakh crore rupees in June. Is this a solid sign of economic recovery?
GST collections are a really key indicator, yeah. They reflect spending, economic activity, consumer confidence. A rise like this suggests the economy is picking up steam. Various factors contribute, maybe better compliance, maybe just more transactions happening. It points towards a positive trajectory for India's economy, generally speaking.
Good news there. But on the trade tension front again, China's putting restrictions on EU medical device imports. Potential impact on supply chains.
Oh, definitely. Restrictions in critical sectors like healthcare can cause real disruptions. It can affect the availability of devices, maybe drive up costs globally. It's another example of how these trade spats aren't abstract. They can impact everyday things, even vital medical supplies.
A ripple effect again. But there's also growth happening. Nigeria's tech sector secured $2.5 billion in investments. That's huge for digital growth. Why in Nigeria?
Nigeria is becoming a major tech hub in Africa. There's huge potential there, a young, tech-savvy population, increasing internet access. Investors see this burgeoning digital economy and want in. It shows how focused investment can really drive national growth, especially in emerging markets.
That's encouraging. Okay, let's jump into technology now. Some really cutting-edge stuff. India's Axiom 4 mission astronaut Shubhanshu Shukla's experiments on the ISS. The data's coming back. Advancing space tech. What kind of advancements are we talking about?
Well, microgravity research on the ISS is fascinating. Experiments up there free from Earth's strong gravity can lead to breakthroughs you just can't get down here. We're talking materials science, understanding human physiology better, drug development. The data from missions like Axiom 4 fuels innovation that often benefits us right here on Earth.
Space helping Earth. Cool. And speaking of practical tech, Japan's using drones in 90% of its prefectures now, mainly for disaster response. How does that work in practice?
It's transformative for disaster response. Drones can get eyes on a situation incredibly fast, assessing damage, searching for survivors in hard-to-reach areas, even delivering small, critical supplies. Think about floods or earthquakes. Drones offer a rapid, relatively low-cost way to improve efficiency and save lives. It's a model others could definitely learn from.
You mentioned AI for hurricanes earlier. Now, South Korea's AI healthcare platform improving diagnostics for 900,000 patients. How direct is that impact?
Very direct. AI helps doctors analyze complex scans, patient data, spotting things faster, sometimes more accurately. It's like a diagnostic assistant. This means quicker diagnoses, earlier treatment, potentially better outcomes. And crucially, it helps democratize that level of diagnostic skill, making it accessible to far more people.
That accessibility point is key. Looking even further ahead, Japan's 6G trials hitting 200 Gbps, targeting 2030. What does that kind of speed even enable?
It's almost hard to grasp. We're talking speeds that could make today's 5G look slow, but it's more than speed. 6G could enable truly immersive VR, almost zero latency communication for things like remote surgery, hyper-connected smart cities where everything talks to everything instantly. It's potentially a whole new digital reality.
Mind-bending stuff. All right, let's shift to sports, entertainment, and culture. Big win for India in cricket. A 336-run test triumph against England in the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy's second test in Birmingham. Huge morale booster, right?
Absolutely huge in cricket terms. Wins like that, especially away from home against a major rival, are massive for national pride and team spirit. It sets a tone, inspires fans, and builds momentum for future matches. A single victory can resonate deeply.
And in tennis, Yuki Bhambri reached the Wimbledon men's doubles semifinals. Great for India's tennis profile.
Definitely. Individual success on a global stage like Wimbledon really lifts the profile of the sport back home. It inspires young players, attracts attention, potentially investment. It shows what's possible.
Neeraj Chopra, too, after his Bengaluru Classic win, eyeing global meets. He's such an inspiration, isn't he?
He really is. Athletes like Neeraj Chopra become powerful role models. It's not just about the medals. They inspire discipline, ambition, healthy living. Their stories connect beyond just the sports pages.
Moving to entertainment. India's Houseful 5 crossed 450 crore at the box office. Akshay Kumar's star power still strong.
Clearly. Box office numbers like that reflect a lot. Star power is definitely a factor, but also genre appeal, marketing. It shows what resonates with audiences and indicates the economic health of the film industry there. Big numbers mean big business.
And culturally, Nigeria's Afrobeats Festival in New York drew 130,000 people. That shows incredible global reach, doesn't it?
It really does. Afrobeats isn't just music anymore, it's a global cultural phenomenon. Festivals like this showcase that reach, bringing cultures together, fostering exchange and understanding across continents. Music as a bridge.
Also seeing culture intersect with issues, a Paris exhibit on eco-conscious design is getting global acclaim. Art tackling environmental awareness.
Yes, and it's powerful. Art and design can make complex issues like climate change or sustainability more accessible, more engaging. They can spark conversations, inspire innovation, and push for change in ways traditional reports sometimes can't.
And finally, in culture, Japan's manga industry hit $5.2 billion in global revenue. What's behind its enduring appeal?
Manga and its partner, anime, are just cultural powerhouses. The diversity of genres, the storytelling, the art style it connects with audiences worldwide. It's become a massive cultural export for Japan, a significant economic driver, and a source of what they call soft power cultural influence.
Okay, let's pivot one last time to some truly inspiring human stories, often happening at the local level but with big impacts. A Kenyan scientist developed a low-cost irrigation system, boosting yields for 12,000 farmers. That sounds like ingenious local innovation.
Exactly. It highlights the power of solutions designed for specific community needs, especially in agriculture. Simple, affordable tech can have a massive ripple effect on food security, livelihoods, local economies, real grassroots impact.
And in India, a doctor's mobile cancer clinic has aided 10,000 people in Tamil Nadu, bridging healthcare gaps.
Absolutely. Mobile clinics are vital for reaching remote or underserved areas. They overcome barriers, distance, cost, bringing essential services like cancer screening directly to people who might otherwise never get checked. It saves lives.
Then there's a Brazilian teacher whose literacy program is empowering 9,000 Amazon youth. The power of education.
Education is fundamental, isn't it? Especially literacy. It unlocks potential, opens doors, helps break cycles of poverty. Empowering young people with these skills is investing in the future of their communities.
And finally, tying back to the Texas floods we discussed, a U.S. engineer has designed flood-resistant homes, already supporting 8,000 residents there. Innovation in resilience.
It's crucial. We need to build infrastructure that can withstand these extreme weather events, especially in vulnerable areas. Innovative engineering like this, focused on safety and resilience, is key to helping communities adapt to our changing climate. Practical solutions for real threats.
From global trade shifts to local heroes. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today. It shows just how interconnected everything is.
It really does. Understanding those connections, how tariffs impact your savings, how AI helps doctors, how local innovators solve global problems, that's what gives you the bigger picture.
You've been listening to Swift News. We aim to keep you informed and, hopefully, inspired. Join us tomorrow for our next update. Follow us on X. Let us know what you think. Stay curious. Stay informed. This is Swift News, signing off.